Top 8 Trending K-Dramas this November.
안녕하세요, 백아진입니다.
그 눈빛 봤어? 되게 쎄.
필요에 따라 가면을 바꿨었으니까요.
Guys, get ready to see a whole new side from the talented young actress Kim Yoo-jung. Unlike her previous roles where she often portrayed cheerful and gentle characters, in Dear Ex, she completely transforms into someone you've never seen before. In this drama, Kim Yoo-jung plays Baek Ah-jin, a top actress who appears flawless in the public eye, beautiful, graceful, and adored by everyone. But behind the spotlight lies a much darker truth. Ah-jin is calculating and ruthless, a woman who hides her true nature behind a perfect smile. She carefully crafts her image, manipulating those around her, from colleagues to the media, to maintain her status and power. Her unhealed childhood wounds have turned her into a tough and ambitious woman, where love and empathy are nothing more than tools in her game of survival. Dear Ex takes viewers deep into the glamorous yet twisted world of Korean entertainment, a world filled with secrets, manipulation, and power struggles hidden behind perfect smiles and flashing cameras. Kim Yoo-jung truly shines in this role, shedding her innocent image to become a mysterious, ambitious, and dangerously captivating woman. So get ready, because Dear Ex reveals a haunting truth. Behind the angelic smile of a celebrity, there may lie a darkness you never imagined. Well, guys, I think Ms. Incognito is honestly one of the best dramas to close out the year. It's one of those shows that you start watching just to try it out, but suddenly you're already 5 episodes deep without realizing it. Ms. Incognito follows Kim Young-ran, a poor young woman who works as the personal bodyguard of a powerful CEO in Korea. Her difficult life takes a dramatic turn when she agrees to a contract marriage with her boss, an elderly man who's been told he doesn't have long to live. She takes on the deal to protect his inheritance from greedy relatives and to uncover the truth behind the mysterious death of his biological daughter years ago. To complete her mission, Young-ran must live for 3 months under a new identity as Bu Se-mi, the perfect woman who settles in a small village and works as a beloved kindergarten teacher. During her undercover life, she meets Jeon Dong-min, a single dad who is initially suspicious of her but slowly grows drawn to her kindness and sincerity. Their unexpected closeness blossoms in the middle of danger, while schemes to steal the inheritance tighten around Young-ran's double life. A push-and-pull romance starts to form, mixing mystery, crime, and emotional tension between 2 people who were never supposed to fall in love in the first place. If you're looking for a Korean drama with a dark, mysterious vibe and moral dilemmas that make you question what friendship really means, As You Stood By is a must-watch for the end of 2025. But before you dive in, here's a quick disclaimer. This drama is not suitable for viewers who are sensitive to violence, as it portrays domestic and marital abuse in a raw, realistic, and potentially triggering way. The story centers on 2 best friends, Yoon-soo and Hui-soo, both trapped in their own harsh realities. Yoon-soo, a VIP customer service employee at a prestigious department store, is highly competent in her job, but still haunted by childhood trauma she's never truly escaped. Meanwhile, Hui-soo, a children's book author who seems to have a perfect life, is actually living in constant terror as her husband's violence grows more unpredictable. Each day becomes a struggle to protect herself while pretending nothing is wrong to everyone around her. When Yoon-soo discovers the truth, she decides she's done watching her friend suffer, and she's willing to go as far as it takes to protect Hui-soo, even if it means removing her friend's husband from their lives forever. But that decision sets off a series of unexpected events, exposing the darker sides of human nature and leading the two friends toward a fate neither of them can escape. Dynamite Kiss is a refreshing office rom-com that blends elements of disguise with the irresistible chemistry between its two leads. The story centers on the romance between Go Darim and Ji Hyuk, whose first encounter happens by accident and even starts with a small argument. But over time, the two gradually fall for each other and begin to enjoy their days together. But their romance ends abruptly when Darim suddenly disappears without a word, leaving Ji Hyuk devastated, and with no personal details exchanged, there's no way for them to find each other again. Months later, Darim applies for her dream job at a baby products company. Because the role requires applicants to be married with a child, she fakes her identity and asks her best friend to pretend to be her husband. Unexpectedly, it is at this very company that Darim crosses paths with Ji Hyuk again, the man who once held her heart, who turns out to be both the owner and her new boss. The reunion shocks them both, but what hits hardest is Ji Hyuk's disappointment when he sees her official profile and realizes that the woman he once loved is, at least on paper, already married with a child. Meanwhile, Darim is caught in a tough situation. To keep her dream job, she has to maintain the false identity she created, even if it means letting Ji Hyuk believe she's already married. Yet as her carefully crafted lie begins to unravel and Ji Hyuk draws nearer to uncovering what she's been hiding, one question remains. Can a love once lost endure the truth that threatens to tear them apart again? Would You Marry Me is a Korean romantic comedy starring Choi Woo-shik and Jung So-min, two actors known for their easy, natural on-screen chemistry. The drama centers on Yoo Mi-ri, whose life collapses all at once. Her fiancé cheats on her, and the house she invested in turns out to be a scam. In the middle of this chaos, she unexpectedly wins a luxurious newlywed home. On one condition: only a married couple can live in it. With no one she can rely on, Mi-ri crosses paths with Kim Woo-ju, the heir to a famous bakery who is determined to stand on his own without his family's influence. Seeing a chance to solve both their problems, Mi-ri suggests an unexpected idea: a 90-day contract marriage. As the two begin living together as fake newlyweds couple, they find themselves caught in a mix of awkward, funny, and surprisingly sweet moments. As time goes by, their relationship gradually shifts from a simple agreement into something far more complicated, and perhaps more real than either of them expected.
여보세요?
핸드폰 잃어버린 사람인데요.
Have you ever wondered what it's like when your whole life collapses in an instant because of a crime you never even committed? That's exactly what happens to the charismatic Ji Chang-wook in his latest drama, The Manipulated. In this series, Ji Chang-wook plays Park Tae-jung, an ordinary man whose life flips upside down when he's suddenly framed for a horrific crime he never committed. Accused of rape and murder, he's sentenced to life in prison, losing his future, his freedom, and everyone he loves in an instant. All those tragedies turn out to be the result of fabricated evidence, carefully and ruthlessly orchestrated by An Yo-han, a manipulative yet brilliant mastermind who uses technology and power to control anyone he targets. When Taejung finally realizes his entire life has been nothing but someone else's game, he rises from the darkness with one goal: to take revenge and bring down the people who manipulated him. The Manipulated delivers sharp psychological tension, unexpected twists, and strong chemistry between Ji Chang-wook and Do Kyung-soo, making every episode gripping and addictive. Moon River is a fantasy sajuk romance that blends breathtaking visuals with a refreshing twist, a soul-swapping fate between a crown prince and a female hunter. If you're a fan of classic Korean dramas like Secret Garden, this one will feel nostalgic yet fresh. Set in the Joseon era, the story follows Yi Kong, the crown prince of Joseon, who lives burdened by grief and revenge after losing the crown princess to ruthless palace politics. Just as his long-planned revenge begins to unfold, Yi Kong encounters Park Dali, a female hunter who has lost her memory, and whose face strikingly resembles that of his late wife. One night, a supernatural event causes their souls to swap. Yi Kong becomes trapped in Dali's body, while Dali suddenly finds herself living as a prince. Forced to adapt to each other's worlds, the two are thrown into a series of chaotic, funny, and heartfelt situations. The once rigid prince must learn to survive among commoners, while Dal-ai is forced to carry herself like royalty inside the palace. As they stumble through these challenges, they slowly uncover each other's hidden wounds. And from that understanding, a tender love begins to bloom. Typhoon family follows two people brought together by fate in the midst of chaos. The story takes place in 1997 during the Asian financial crisis that devastated South Korea. At the center is the only child of a small family-owned trading company, someone who has lived comfortably without ever needing to be involved in the business because everything has always been handled by his father. But everything changes when his father suddenly passes away, right as the financial crisis begins to tear everything apart. With the family business already on the verge of collapse, he has no option but to step in as the new CEO, determined to protect the company his father built from the ground up. At the same time, he crosses paths with a hard-working young accountant at the company, whose life has also been shaken by the crisis. She struggles to support her family while holding on to her dreams in a world that seems to be falling apart. As they work side by side, she becomes a key figure in helping him navigate the financial turmoil and keep the business afloat. What begins as a purely professional connection slowly deepens, a quiet, unspoken bond where the first hints of love begin to grow, nurtured by shared hardships and countless sleepless nights spent fighting to keep hope alive.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.